Hello, Sagittarius. Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a reading for the week ahead, Sag. How are you? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you, my fire family. We're going to look at the Places Oracle first, and then we're going to do a 9-card draw for you. How are you, Sag? I hope you're well, friends. And if you are brand new here, welcome. If you come here and you come back here all the time and you're just one of those ride or dies, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. We do appreciate you and how you are building this tribe. It is getting bigger by the day. My fire family, let's find out what's going on here. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how to find the extended. Also, how to find a private read if you're interested in that. Let's find out what's going on. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag, please. Tell me about Sag. All right. What's this? The bank. Somebody's making bank. We've got the post office. Look, I feel like you are going to be getting some sort of a message. Oh, an invitation, actually. It's not just a message, it's an invitation. Are there tickets coming in the mail? That's what it feels like, that there's tickets coming in the mail of some sort, maybe to go out to. It doesn't have to be a concert, but it feels like it's sort of it's not just, going up the street to the Taco Bell. This is something that you're going to have to get dressed up for. Maybe throw on a nice outfit for. Post offices, mail delivery, written correspondence, and package tracking. That can mean just about anything, right? But I feel like this is connected to this. I feel like the message or delivery that you're going to receive is connected to something that says live performance and music celebration. So you could be going to a concert. You could be going to an upscale type concert or at an upscale venue. We've got a live performance here. So I feel like somebody is either going to be asked to go out with somebody or going to be asked to go to a live performance. It says here the parking lot. The parking lot says park and go, parking spot, parking garage. This tells me that maybe you don't want to go. Maybe you're just like, I don't know, maybe I'll just stay in. Maybe I'll just stay in. The parking spot is, the parking garage is where we just park and stay. It feels like somebody here is like, I don't know, should I do it? I feel like you're going to be, I don't think this is something you're going to jump into, if I'm being honest. It may be because of the cost. It says here bank. It says financial institutions, saving, investing, loan and credit. Okay. So for some of you, this with the post office means you get information telling you that you've been approved for the loan. So for the loan or the mortgage or the car or whatever it is that you're trying to buy, it feels like it's a big purchase because the concert next to it is this really grand gala sort of, expensive. I was saying you have to dress up expensive. It's like something that was a very big purchase or something that is grand or gala-like. Look, maybe you could be buying tickets to get on a ship and go on a cruise or something, but I feel like you get the go-ahead from the bank. We've got the beauty salon, and now you got to scramble. Now it's time to get your hair done. Now it's time to get your makeup done. Now it's time to get the eyebrows done. It feels like somebody here, it says relaxing, spa services, grooming, and styling. So it feels like if this, it doesn't have to be beauty salon stuff, but I feel like this is preparations that you have to make because the bank comes through and says yes. Let's talk about a 9-card draw. What else is going on for you, friend? Tell me about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. What else do we need to know about Sagittarius? Look, we are in Aries season, and there's a lot of energy in Aries coming up this month, and so all of us are shifting because we're at the beginning of the astrological year, and Aries is the first. And a lot of these energies belong to all of us because we all have just a little bit of everything in our charts, right? Tell me about Sagittarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. The Lovers is here. We've got the Moon here. Oh, this gives me Secret Admirer vibes. Or someone that's hiding their feelings. Someone who, this could be a person who is very practical, very slow moving, someone that you usually talk to, or somebody that you have friendship with or you work with, or it feels like let's just pally-wally. Let's just, giving someone a fist bump kind of, hey, come on out with me tonight. But I feel like to the other person, or maybe even to you, this means way more. under the surface than somebody realizes. So the moon energy is things are not as they seem with the Lovers here. It feels like secret or quiet vibes. Sometimes I feel this way, sometimes I feel that way. I need to make a choice. Maybe this person is asking you out because they need to make a choice about something. It feels like there is an invitation coming that it's unlikely that you see. And I don't think it's because you're not expecting it. I think that it is benign. Do you know what I mean? It feels like it comes from somebody that you know pretty well, someone who usually gives you reciprocal energy. And they might be saying, look, I have an extra ticket. Do you want to come? Could be that. Tell me more about Sagittarius. I think that you have underlying feelings for this person. So it might mean more to you than it does to them. Or maybe you don't understand how much it means to them. Do you know what I mean? The Lovers and the Moon energy is giving me this that we feel the same about each other, but nobody's saying anything. Tell me more. We've got the Ten of Cups. We've got the Empress is at the center of everything here. The heart of the matter. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. This may be someone you either worked with in the past or you work with now. It does feel like you've done something together that has caused you to collaborate or cooperate. That's what it feels like. So it could be friendship, it could be community. What do we got here? We got the Queen of Swords that dropped on the ground. It's funny how it just sat up against the table leg. I couldn't see whether it was in the upright or the reverse. Tell me more. We've got the Ace. Something is going to surprise you here. I feel like you're going to be surprised with the Ace of Cups. The Queen of Swords is here. Somebody is speaking emotions. That's pretty much the gist of it. It feels like somebody is speaking emotions, and it doesn't negate the fact that some of you are going to be approved for something large that you want to buy. I still think that that's on the table. But I also feel like it feels like with the Empress energy here, that on the down low, Sag, somebody really sees you as a viable interest, emotional interest. And so somebody sees a new beginning with you. It's like they've I'm going to say that because Pisces is right next to the Empress, they are dreaming about you, or it feels very dreamy, or maybe there are times when they sort of get caught up in a daydream about what it might be like if you two were to be closer than you are at this time. It feels like with this Lover's energy, it does feel like hidden feelings or a secret admirer or somebody who's about to make a choice but is unsure. So I'm going to ask my friend, my buddy, do you want to come with me? I got these tickets. I bought a new car. Do you want to come take a ride in my new car? It feels like somebody isn't just asking you out on a date. They're not going to put that tag on it, but they're going to say, look, I got these tickets. I got these tickets in the mail that I forgot that I had purchased. It's for a music thing, and I really want somebody to go with. Do you want to go with me? And I feel like this person is asking you, the underlying thing is they're testing themselves to see how they feel with you, how they feel picking you up in their car. You know what I mean? It's like they're not telling you because the Six of Pentacles is present, and that's practical energy, right? We're practical. We give each other our reciprocal energy. But I feel like this person really is sort of testing the waters with you. Somebody here down low underneath the surface who's not really saying it really sees your worth. They really see you as somebody who is always creating something. You might be an entrepreneur, you don't have to be, but this person sees you as being very creative, being very solid and grounded. They feel like you take care of yourself, so you don't really need anybody. It feels like you're very solid in what you do, but that might be why they're sort of trying to get a feel from you. To me, the moon is all about feelings, right? Pisces, Cancer, deep feelings. It's all about hiding my feelings, hiding that I'm about to make a choice that Sag doesn't really know anything about. The Eight of Pentacles being here tells me that somebody has really worked on themselves. So they either see that you've really worked on yourself, or they have been working on themselves because they feel a little intimidated by the Empress energy. They feel like, I really got to work on myself. This is self-mastery. I really got to get my shit together. I got to get my money together. I got to get, you know what I mean? And so I feel like you have, anybody who's around the Empress for any length of time is somebody who is going to be inspired to step up. The Empress doesn't even have to say, hey, step up. The Empress is just the energy, the inspiring energy of the Empress being in that area with that person inspires them to step up. So I feel like somebody here has been working on themselves. Maybe they don't feel like maybe they feel like you are the Empress and they are a queen. Maybe they don't feel like they have all of the knowledge that you have, but they're working toward that. We have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Somebody is about to say something very honest and truthful. And I feel, though it's going to be a surprise, it's about the heart space. I always see this particular deck as this Ace of Cups being a bit of a surprise, because first of all, somebody's opening an oyster and discovering a pearl. Not every oyster has a pearl, but the whole reason there's a pearl in the oyster is because a little bit of grit, a little bit of irritation gets into the oyster, and as the oyster turns it round and round and round and covers it in calcite, something like that, it gets bigger and bigger. So, we're not always expected to find this golden prize at the center of the oyster. But of course, also, we've got water and fish, which is money. So it feels like a very valuable, deeply rooted thing that is about to come to the surface and surprise you. That's what it feels like. Now, we've got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I would say these two are the best together, because although the Queen of Swords is somebody who can be quite intimidating, this is energy from the Empress, right? Can be quite intimidating energy. The Queen of Cups is there to soften things, is very honest and truthful, but also very caring, kind, compassionate, right? Somebody who is going to, when these two are together, to me, I'm going to be honest and truthful with you, but I'm going to be kind and compassionate about how I say it, because I feel like you're about to be surprised by somebody. I'm just going to say, feels like there's going to be a surprise here. Let's talk about the moon. What's hiding in the moon energy for Sag here? Tell me about the moon. Tell me about the moon. I think that you have a feeling about this person, but you don't realize that this person has feelings. So we've got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, somebody here is become very clear, or will become very clear about, oh boy, the Judgment card is here. Somebody here is about to do something that they've never done before. But I think, Sag, that they have been in your presence before, and every time that you guys have been together, done something together, whether it's at work or on a project or whatever it is, they're like, this is the time I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it to Sag. If I get a moment to say it, I'm just going to say it. And they never do. So the Judgment tells me whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. And so I feel like you've been in this person's presence before, and you've been feeling like, why do I feel that way about them? But they're not making a move. What is going on? And so I feel like the Judgment is like, this opportunity has come up more than once, but this person has not been clear on what they wanted to do, because the moon is always present as well. The Judgment card is here. Somebody's about to make a decision to push forward. Somebody here is going to say it. The Chariot is here, and you know what? Deep feelings have been hiding under the surface. This is Chariot. This is Cancer energy, and Cancer needs to be absolutely freaking sure, completely sure, like years worth of sure, before they say something. This person is a slow mover. They could be somebody who maybe has water or earth in the moon energy. Those are usually the slow movers, or they could have a fixed sign in the moon, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. I feel like this person is steadying themselves. It feels like they're disciplining their feelings, and in the right moment, they're going to say it. So I feel like they want to get you, like, I think that whenever you guys see each other people are around, because the Six of Pentacles is here, and then the Eight of Pentacles. So it's either at work or in a group of people. This person wants to get you alone, and that's when they're going to say something. Tell me why the Ten of Cups is here. Tell you about Sagittarius. Tell you about the Ten of Cups. We've got the King of Wands. There's the pursuit of happiness, my friend. It's the pursuit of joy. This person is not chasing you because they want fire from you. The King of Wands has wisdom and knows that they can have fire when they want it, and therefore they don't need it. And so this person is about to, I feel that this person's about to pursue you with fire, but understand it's not for fire. I feel like this is the pursuit of their joy. They can see themselves having a family with you or beginning something new with you, but I also feel like they're very attracted to you. But I think you, the Empress in the center here, it's the heart of the matter. It's why all the rest of the cards are here, is because of the Empress energy. And so I feel like somebody here sees you, like you've been attracting them for a long time, like emotionally and vibrationally attracting them. We've got the Seven of Wands. Yep, somebody wants to build the bridge here. Somebody's about to stand up for themselves because they know what's at risk. They're coming way outside their comfort zone here. Somebody knows that they could in a second be rejected, because I think we're talking about kings and empresses. We're not talking about empresses and emperors, understand? I feel like this person doesn't feel like they're essentially on your level, either economically, or they feel like they're not on your vibrational level, or maybe there is an age difference here. But this isn't a huge age difference, right? This is like probably 10 or 11, maybe 15 years. I guess that's kind of big, but I mean, depending on who you are and how you feel about that thing, it feels like there is an age difference here. But listen, the Empress is Taurus and Libra, which means feminine and masculine energy. So we could be talking about two feminines, two masculines. We could be talking about a feminine and a masculine. I think that the feminine leaning energy, whichever one of you leans into your feminine the most, is the one who is the older one. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles, please. This person, you've put them in this place of really working hard on themselves. Wow. And that's the power of the Empress. Look, the Emperor just showed up. That's the power of the Empress. The power of the Empress is, I'm not going to tell you to level up. I'm just going to be the Empress around you. And that in itself is going to make you want to level up. So I feel like in a moment of alchemy, I just can't even. Look at that. The Tower is showing up with the Emperor. And as I've told you guys before, the Emperor does not waffle. They don't wobble. The Emperor is not going to be, you're not finding an Emperor on the apps. I'm sorry to tell you that, and you may disagree. I don't really care. I know for a fact that the Emperor is not hanging out on the apps, because the Emperor doesn't date this one, that one, this one, that one, take a chance here, there, and everywhere. The Emperor circles the room, finds the one that they want, and then they choose. And so I feel like this person has worked really hard on themselves, and in a moment of alchemy, the Tower will drop and everything will shift. You will feel the shift. Sag. I feel like you will feel the shift if you are the feminine leaning energy. You are the person who will feel the shift. Something's going to happen when you don't expect it. Like I said, there's a bit of a emotional surprise here. Let's talk about this Ace of Cups. We've got, and it's going to relieve this pressure. I feel like it's going to relieve the pressure because this person is finally revealing something to you. They're finally saying it. And please don't be surprised if this person just gives it to you, no sugarcoating. They might just say, look, I don't want to give up this opportunity to tell you that I have feelings for you, and I understand that there's a chance you could reject me, but I'm just saying it right now anyway, because this is the only time I'm going to have a chance to say it. So I feel like somebody needs to relieve themselves, relieve the pressure, as something becomes very clear, and somebody is just going to say it. I'm just saying, because the King of Swords is not mincing words. I feel like that's why the Queen of Swords is here, because look, we are mirroring each other's energy, and this person sees you as themselves, right? Emperor here, King here. They see you as themselves. They've got enough data. They're choosing you. And I feel like they see you as someone who can be real hardcore, but also someone who can be kind and loving and gentle whilst doing it. Look, the Knight is here. Look, we're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk way more about this. We're also going to talk about this because I feel like for some of you there is some bank coming up. We'll talk about that. But we're going to go to the extended. If you want to be in the extended, please look at the top of all the comments. There is one pinned comment. If you click on read more, you will see that there is a couple of links there. One is for the membership area if you're interested in seeing this extended. You will get 4 for every 1 sign you're watching for in a month. So if you're interested in coming there to watch the extended, please click on that link. If you're interested in a private read, I am caught up. So if you're interested in a private read, then please click on the link to Hypsee. Take a look at my prices and my packages. They begin at $25 and go up from there. If you're interested in a live read, we can do that over the phone, in text. We can do that in video. But understand, please, that we don't always have to be talking about tarot when you call me. We could talk about anything. Do you need some advice? Is there something that you're doing and we could use the cards to find that answer for you? But we don't just have to be talking about tarot. And so I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. I'll see you in the extended if you're there. Thanks so much for being here. Take care of yourselves. Love y'all. Bye-bye.